Hi everybody. After an absolute overwhelming response yesterday to the little book videos I did, I've got so many messages. Thank you very much everybody, and this is what I try and do to inspire people to ask questions and to learn. And everybody asked me the measurements of these file folders. Now I don't do measurements and I don't use rulers and pencils and do 3/4 of an inch and all of that stuff. That's not what I'm about. Like I said before, my channel is to help people with visual aids that can't do all that kind of thing. So I just go by my hand. So what I thought I'd do is I'd show you how I did it, because that's what I'm best at and that's what helps people the most, because a lot of people just can't grasp 2/4 of an inch and 1/3 of an inch and all of that carry on. So I'll show you what I did. So these are the plain manila folders. Hopefully you can see all that I used. Okay, now I've made some different ones today which I'll show you in a minute, but the ones I made yesterday, what I did was, this is my cutting, yep. So what I did, when I make there's the lip there. So when I make the smaller ones that the video was on yesterday, the little small books, these ones, okay, I've got one left. So when I make the small ones, what I do is I put this in the cutter sideways. So that's an A4. I've got an A4. I'm turning it on its side, and I will cut, I don't know, that'll do, that one. So I have one. Then I cut a second time, and I have 3. All right, so first of all, what I did was, if I can find that, probably not because I'm looking for it. Oh dear. Oh, okay, right. Okay, so you've got a long piece. Hang on, I'm trying to get it in camera. So you've got a long piece that opens out. So that's 1, that's 2, and that's 3 of your manila folder, right? So there's your manila. So I'm trying to get it in camera. No, the other way. Okay, there's your manila folder, but it's sliced into 3 bits long ways. Okay, so I pick up one of these pieces, and what I do is I get my, what do you call this thing? Trimmer edger, and do the corners. I like rounded corners. A lot of people don't like rounded corners, just whatever makes you happy. Okay, so then I think, okay, I'll do a small fold. So I do a small fold, in camera, bone folder that down. Then, okay, I'll do another fold there, fold that down. Leave that, then I come in from the other side. Okay, I want a small thin bit there, and then, oh, maybe a long bit there. So then I come in and fold it. It's all folded. Now then again, can you see this? Oops, hang on. It's uneven. So you don't have to, but I just take my scissors and trim. And I'm sorry once again for those loudmouth barking things next door. They annoy the crap out of me. All right, so we've got that. So there's our fold. So then what I come along and do with this one, because the other one's the Chinese one, it's a bit crappy and it doesn't cut properly. It doesn't go through the thickness. Right, done the corners, fold it down. Do the corners again. Do it again. I'll go through every section, and I come back this way. Do the corners. Like I said, you don't have to do the corners. I like doing the corners because I think they look quite good. Hang on, and you get bits of goobers all over your desk. All right, and then that one's done, except for that bit there. All right, so these are not. There we go. Hang on, just let me get rid of all this junk. My husband will go, Scott will go mental because I just push it onto the floor. Okay, so that's what you got. So you fold it back. Now you can fold it whichever way you want now. You can fold it to a book. You can fold it that way. So it's that little flip at the beginning. And then you open it into flip that way, flip that way, flip that way. Then what I do, obviously, is I go along, because it's boring, so I won't do it all. But I do it on the crease on both sides, straight up the middle on the crease on both sides, and then go the other side. I always do both sides because then it looks, I'll just show you, you know what doing it's like on the outside. You go along and you do all that carry on. What I want to show you, oh God, look, I've got that everywhere. What I wanted to show you was because when you do it on the crease, it makes it easier. Okay, so that's all done on the crease on both sides. I made a bit of a mess on that one, but you don't worry about that because it's going to be covered. Now, like I said before in the video, there's your book. Okay, so you'd go along and do all this carry on both sides. Then you'd add all your different bits and pieces of papers to it, and you know, all of that carry on that I did. The thing I like about it is, okay, you can put a thing on it. I'll get my what do we call it, my trusty Marilyn Monroe book out again. So I can come along and think, okay, I'll pick this page. So that's my book. Actually, I'll probably need a bigger paper clip. I'll use this one. I've got this piece of crap that is just following me around. I don't know where I got it. It's multicolored thread and it clings to everything. I don't know where I got it, but it is so annoying. Seems to stick to the paper clips, stick to the paper. Right, so I'll use this paper clip so you can see. So you can stick it in your book like that. All right, you can, you can't, you don't want to. Okay, you might want to think, oh well, I'll stick it this way in two different sections, so you can do that. All right, but the best thing I like, and I actually haven't worked in my book yet, so I can't, but you can come along and think, all right, I don't want this that big, I'll cut it. Perfect cut. All right, so it can still be a book, it can still be your folder, but you've just cut it down. Then this one's the same, so it's still your book and it's still cut down. So that's one way of using it. The other way that you can use them is use them long ways. You know those postcards? I'm going to try one, I think. You know when you used to go away when maybe you were kids and you'd drop them down. You'd buy this postcard with this beautiful photo on the front, and then you'd open them up and they'd drop down and fold out. So I'm going to try that one. All right, so that's again. I'll just do it again, so just in case you missed it the first time. I won't do anything. We don't have to round the corners. Now I've lost my corner round you. Oh, all right. So this could be, I'll make sure I'm in frame, and then you could go, make a little one, and another one, and then a big one. It all depends how you want to make them and play with them. All right, so that's got to burnish down like that. So now we've got this one, which is a different shape altogether. So that's longer. So that one folds, 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 and folds over itself. It's just like a little file folder, this one. Open it out, and you got that. All that space. So that's that. Now, hang on, I'm getting a big collection of them here. The other way I've done it today is totally, well, not different, but I have cut once again, you've got the A4, and I've cut it in half. Haven't measured it, don't measure. All right, so now you've got two shapes. There's your lip. Right, so they're not even. Oops, there's your lip. So they're not even at all. So that one's way bigger than the other one, as you can see by the size. Now this one is exactly the same, but longer. So once again, I don't measure, don't fold. Don't measure, don't fold. I don't measure, I just fold, I should say. And so that's that side. Now we come in with this side. Might make this one a bit bigger. And that one. Once again, I come along and just trim. You're always going to get overhead, no matter what you do. Overhang, not overhead. You're always going to get overhead, overhang, no matter what you're doing. So you just trim it to make your own. And to be honest, I mean, really, does everything have to be perfect and straight? That's not crafting to me. You make a bugger up, you just get on with it. So once again, it's the same. But this time, you can have it like that. You can have it how you want, but this time it's taller. So these ones are usually, I will measure now so you can tell the difference, about 9.5 centimetres tall. Well, these ones are 15. So you've got your two different sizes. So now I'll show you what I've made today. These will be on Etsy in an hour or so, when my daughter gets herself together. So this is the long style now. These are the long style ones. So, okay, this is the first one. This is a Tim Holtz ribbon I've just inked up. I've made these a bit different, so that's the first part. All that. Okay, so you open. Now this, I've just folded up some tea stain muslin to put on there, because you might want to use that. I don't know. You might not. Like I said, they can all be cut apart. So that's on the, when you open it up. Sorry, that's shaking a bit. There's a tag and a bicycle. You got your bush here. You got a dining room, living room. You got places to write. You got some paper. All right, so this is one side. So, oops, across we go to the last one. All right, then we flip it over. So that's your muslin there. Then here's your thing. Then we've got a typewriter. Then we've got another dining room. And here, I've made this little book of tea-stained paper. Just a little book. I've put a staple in the middle with tea-stained paper with the muslin cover on it. Just a little thing to put in there for notes. So these are the bigger ones. So once again, look at that. You can fold it any way that you want to see fit to fold it. But these have got the different bits in different angles. I'm just trying to close everything together. We've got bits hanging out here. And so that's the first one. So, and I've just kind of put a ribbon around it. Once again, you can still cut these up and they'll make perfect long journaling cards, because they're the 15 centimetres, I think. Yep. Now this is the second one, and this has got one of my funky little goat clips on it that I've made. Oh, hang on. Yep. There's the goat. It's Tim Holtz goat and a beautiful little bead. And that holds another, once again, I've done the Tim Holtz ribbon, but this one I haven't inked. Hang on, I'll just put this back on here so I know that's where it goes. Okay, so once again, that's the front. Little flap on there. Now this, under the clip, is a little book. And I've got a little Tim Holtz clip. And that's just got some note pages in it. And it's got a material cover, and it's of an old lady. So that's the jar. So that's clipped onto there. All right, so that's a little page, and then you flip over. You've got this lovely lady in a frame, and then you flip over again, and this is another book I've made. It's held together with a Tim Holtz pin, and I've just pinned some fabric, boho fabric to it, but they're just 2 journaling tags I've made. So that's put onto there. So you can make these into little mini journals too, or you can do that. And then we've got this fella here. We flip it over. I've put a piece of material, flowered material. We've got some clocks. That comes off. I'll take it off so you can have a look. So that's some material. And I've just flipped it over there because I could, and it looked pretty. So that sits there. So we've got that. So then we turn it over to the front, and then we've got Paris and Red Letter Day and all that kind of material there. Now I've clipped this down for the wrong reason. I'll just take that off. We've got the 2 blank pages there, so you can do what you want on them. So we go back. That. So I will get this, and then I'll think, right, well, that looks good. So where do we want this? We wanted this here. So once again, I'll just get the clip, if I could pick it up. Fingers are not good today. Clip that down. Just move it over a little bit so it's not in the way. And that's that one. Like I said, I haven't tea stained this one. I've just put it on there. And tea stain it yourself, or use it for something else, or whatever. And then the third one is virtually the same, but this has got a bit of a different tie. Yeah. Now this is different again because this is a lot of small ones I've made. A little thing I've made here. Hang on. There's 3 tags together with a Tim Holtz thing. Kindness can change the world. So that's just a little book plate I've put in there. Oh, yep. Another one there. We open that. We've got some ladies. Would help if I'm in screen. We've got different bits and pieces here. And open it out again. And on the end I've put a nice piece of boho kind of fabric. It's very thick and firm. Those dogs next door are driving me crazy. Day and night. And then I turn it over. We've got bits and pieces on here. You can see, oh, those dogs score. And then we go back, and there's your material. Yeah, so then we figure, okay, we want to see these here. If you cut these ones off, you could make bookmarks out of them, or if you cut 3 of them off, like there's 3, oh, actually there's quite a few, 4 and 3. So if you cut 4 and 4, but if you cut down there, you can make a trifold bookmark or a trifold journal page. And that's the way that goes. So that goes back that way. And I'll just get this. It's probably a bit of overkill, this big bit, but you know, it can always be useful. Oh, yeah, my fingers are not too good. So they're the ones. They're the 3 15cm ones. So, like I said, that's just a different way. Oh gosh, I wish I'd get in frame often. That's just a different way to do those. And then I've also put these in bags because I'll lose them. But I've done these today. these are paper. I've made these. So if anyone wants a tutorial how to make these, I can do these for you as well. Just let me know. They're just the paper clips, and I'll show you the other one. These will be going on Etsy as well. And wait, I'll get my diary. Oh, actually, I'll just use one of these. And that's this one, same paper. And it's all got boho velvet material behind it. And let me have a look if we're putting it on a page. Oh. There's the thing on there. Or, I don't know, I'm trying to figure out a way you can, that's how you use that one. So it just slides on. I was going to put a charm on there, but I thought no, because the charm will just complicate things. I'm trying to figure a way how to make them slide on that way, but I haven't had much luck yet. I could do it like that, but then it comes straight off. But anyway, I'll figure it out. So yeah, so they, if you want a tutorial on how to collage them together or how I collage them together, just let me know, and I can do that one for you as well. But like I said, for all the messages I got, thank you very much. It was really nice to get really nice messages. And like, you know, I take good and bad messages, and I'll answer them all. I just needed to say that I don't do measurements. So if that's what you're looking for, a measuring thing and fine points and stuff, I'm sorry, I just don't do that on here because it's a bit complicated. And like I said, I started the channel off for people that need visuals. So yeah, okay, thanks for looking. And like I said, any questions, feel free, I'll answer them all, and have a great day. Bye.